Vess couldn't walk slowly. He took the harbor stairs 2 at a time, the dead man's descending numbers burning behind his eyes. 41, 33, 26, 19, and the shape they'd made when Kay pinned them beside the Bureau's substrate readings still hanging in his vision like an afterimage. 4 islands, the same stations, the same gaps. He'd carried the answer for 14 months and hadn't known it was an answer. He locked the shutters, lit the lamp, pulled the secondary case from under the bed and broke the combination seal, the one that held documents nobody should know he possessed. Pages kept from previous deployments, anomaly reports he'd copied instead of returning, a substrate profile from Tessavar he'd slipped into his personal effects the night before the closeout team arrived. And the page, older than anything else in the case, its ink the color of rust, lifted from the archive's pre-cataclysm holdings between requisition forms and pressed flat against his ribs on the walkout. A language he couldn't fully read, diagrams that had meant nothing for 14 months, a theft that would end his career and possibly his freedom if anyone ever checked the index. Now he emptied it all. Kay's father's hidden list, bureau profiles from Tessavar, Ahmed, Calsothis, Peller's Rock, his own assessment notes, decommissioned station records with their stamped dates and empty follow-up columns, everything across the desk, the floor, the bed. He knelt and arranged the bureau profiles by date. The father's measurements filled the bureau's abandoned gaps, station by station, island by island, 2 datasets interlocking like broken halves of the same bone. Not erosion, something beneath it, something the bureau had measured on 4 separate islands, logged into reports no one would read, and stopped following. He pulled the stolen page from the compartment and held it beside the father's descending series for the first time. The old language hadn't changed, but the diagrams, the columns and notations he'd stared at for 14 months without comprehension, fell into the dead man's framework like a key settling into a lock it was cut for. His hands stopped shaking. The rest of him started.